What up, everybody? This is my Tulsa King Season 1 finale trailer breakdown and predictions. So, before I get started with this video, my complaint with Tulsa King, my number one complaint with Tulsa King, has been that the episodes are not 50 minutes to an hour long like most shows, but instead they're only like 38 minutes. And I reckon that this was because Tulsa King is with Paramount Plus, who's associated with like CBS. So in case they ever wanted to put this on an actual TV, that they could put the commercials on and make it an hour-long show. So I kind of understood, but now we're finding out that we're not even getting 10 episodes, that we're only getting 9 episodes. So I'm really hoping that this episode will be a double episode for the season finale of Tulsa King. And is that too much for us Tulsa King fans to ask that we get a double episode for the finale? So can I get somebody to second me on that? So when we last saw Tulsa King leaving off in a Wild Wild West type shootout, Robbie Truecoat and Cologne Waltrip roll up on Dwight and Agent Stacy Bill in the middle of the street on their motorcycles, and they have a big shootout which results in Robbie Truecoat being slain and Agent Stacy Bill being shot in, I believe, which is her stomach, and we do not know if she survives or not. So in the trailer, we see Dwight being questioned by it looked like he is being questioned by one FBI agent and one ATF agent, Agent Bill's partner. So there's definitely gonna ask Dwight why, because they know he's in a beef with Waltrip, so they know he wouldn't team up with Waltrip to put a hit out on Bill, and so they're gonna figure out what is he doing, what is his relationship with Stacy Bill. So you know Dwight's the OG, he gonna hold it down, and he's gonna say that he don't know who Stacy Bill is, that they just happen to be in the same area, and they're gonna let him go. We see them letting him go, and they tell him not to leave Oklahoma. And we saw in the last episode that Dwight gave Tyson, as Tyson pulled up right before the cops did, he gave Tyson his gun to ride off with and get rid of or hide, do something with it. And I was worried that Tyson was going to get busted with that gun, because we know he's not very street smart and he's kind of new to the game. So I figure he's going to do something dumb, but we definitely see Tyson in the trailer. So thankfully Tyson makes it away from the crime scene with the gun. Also, we see Cologne Waltrip, he lost his whole crew. Last episode it was just him and Truecoat. His whole crew, Black Macadam, had been jammed up by the ATF agency. But unfortunately for Dwight, we see Black Macadam will be released. Cologne Waltrip's back with his crew in the trailer for the season finale. So they're gonna be getting released for some way or another. Maybe they find out Stacy Bill is dirty and she's working with Dwight. Maybe Waltrip bails them out, or maybe even those local crooked cops get the crew out as a favor for Waltrip because they weren't able to do anything with Dwight. Maybe to get back on Waltrip's good side, they get his motorcycle gang released from the jail. Because you know, if they're just getting held on charges, they wouldn't be sent directly to prison or federal prison or anything like that. They would be getting held at the local jail, so the cops would have jurisdiction over them temporarily, possibly could let them out. So one way or another, they're out of jail. His whole crew is back on the streets, and we see Dwight telling Armin, because you know he wants revenge for his girl, Stacy Bill. So he tells Armand there's a bounty out on Waltrip's head. We also see in the trailer that he is ready to go to war for Stacy Bill. He's going to war with Black McAdam, and he's strapping up his crew. We also see Black McAdam strapping up because we already know they're going to war as well. So we're about to see a war in the final episode of the season 1 finale of Tulsa King. We see also Black McAdam all strapped up, lurking into Mitch's bar. So is this a setup? This would be a perfect setup to have them all lurking into Mitch's bar, and Dwight's crew already waiting there in the sides, protected behind the bar or whatever, and just start unloading on Black McAdam, and maybe even have a couple come in from the rear and take him out from behind as well, because you know Waltrip would be at the end of that, probably trying to flee the scene if his crew gets hit. So someone would have to be coming in from the back to take out anybody who tries to flee the scene. But we don't know if that's going to happen or not. Could be they could possibly get one of Dwight's crew coming in there like that. We also see as Dwight is talking to Armand, telling him there's a bounty out on Cologne Waltrip's head. Armand tells Dwight that Chicky is here. So we're going to see a confrontation between Chicky and his New York Mafia crew, the crew he rolls with, which is Vince and Goody. And we're going to see them rolling up on Dwight, and Chicky tells Dwight and Armand, it looked like Tyson was the ones who rolled up with Dwight. He says, I should drop you all right here, right now. But little did Chicky know that in the background, Dwight had hired 4 hitters, 2 from the Weed Man Jimmy and 2 from the rodeo, that 2 of Mitch's buddies from the rodeo. So he got 4 hitters there as security guards, ready to drop the Chicky and the New York Mafia right there on the scene. So we already know, we don't know exactly how it's going to go down, if they meet before this or what, because we saw Chicky trying to set up Dwight on the phone because they were, you know, going to play it all nice, you know, trying to make Dwight unexpected so they could take him out, you know, like the Mafia does, come with a smile and a kiss and take you out from the back, stab you in the back. So it doesn't look like he's gonna get away with that. We already knew Dwight was too up on game to let somebody like Chicky get over on him. So Chicky is gonna be pissed off about that because he's not going to be able to do anything right at that particular scene, but he could stay in the background. And we got to ask also, will Chicky be exposed for killing his father Pete? Maybe even Dwight will call him out in their meeting that we see. Another question going into the season finale, could we see Chicky and Cologne Waltrip teaming up to take out Dwight? Maybe after the motorcycle crew gets taken out, we see Cologne Waltrip turning to Chicky, or maybe Chicky turn into Cologne Waltrip. I don't know. Personally, I think that they will keep those two beefs separate. So going on to predictions for the season finale. Will Stacy Bill survive her gunshot? I believe she will not survive. Going into season 2, I believe Stacy Bill will die. It makes the most sense because there will be a new agency watching Dwight, which will be the FBI and not the ATF agency, moving forward into season 2. And also Dwight has also moved on to a new love interest, which is Margaret, but we already know he does have probably more feelings for Stacy Beale than he does Margaret. But since he does have a new love interest, which will also be interesting moving into season 2, because her husband, Margaret's husband, definitely seems like he could be a ex-husband, I should say. I'm sorry, not husband. She's divorced. Her ex-husband could be a problem for Dwight moving forward into season 2. Another thing, we see another prediction for the finale. We see the meeting. Dwight has the hitters right there on the spot. Dwight is not going to be taken out right there, right then on the spot by Chicky, like Chicky wanted to do. But we could see Chicky, because I did see a clip, I think is in the original trailer for the show. We see Chicky and his crew rolling through Tulsa. So they didn't show that particular scene on the finale trailer. So I think we could see Chicky and his crew staying back, trying to get on a clean shot at Dwight. We also saw in the previous episode, he said someone in this room can expect to replace Dwight really soon. So will he send another capo to Tulsa to take over for Dwight and try to be the one to take Dwight out? Also, what happens with the $5,000 that Dwight owes Chicky every week for, I guess, being so lucky to be in the Mafia? He owes his boss $5,000 every week. So what will happen with that now that there's going to be an obvious beef between the two sides? Will he continue to kick back what he owes to the Mafia every week? Or could Chicky and the gang possibly kill a member of Dwight's crew? Or in the process of them trying to take out a member, trying to take out Dwight, could we see a member of his crew step in and take the bullet, like step in front of Dwight and take the shot for him? Or could we see a member of his crew actually shoot one of the New York Mafia members, protecting Dwight as they see him, one of the Mafia members coming up to shoot Dwight or something? Maybe we see somebody, most likely will be his driver Tyson, coming up and shooting one of the Mafia members. Could we see Tyson making his bones, catching his first body by protecting Dwight? That would definitely tie into why we've seen Tyson's family so much throughout season 1 of Tulsa King, because if Tyson did step up and shoot one of the members, maybe Vince killing a made man, or Chicky, one of those guys from the New York Mafia, that would then make his family unsafe. So that would make a lot of sense why we have seen his family a lot throughout season 1 of Tulsa King. We could also see the Mafia going after Bodie, because that is Dwight's cash cow. So they could take Bodie out to get at Dwight's pockets. Or one of the most likely targets, if they can't get a hold of Dwight, would be Armand, because of their past history. And they're gonna also know that Armand is the one, because Dwight told Chicky straight up that he knows that Pete sent that man to kill him in prison. So they're going to know that Armand told Dwight that information. So that could be the most possible, most likely target that they go after if they can't get a hold of Dwight. But I definitely expect to see, I don't expect Chicky and crew just to fall back to Tulsa, Oklahoma that quick, because they came to take out Dwight. They came with a mission. That is Chicky's number one enemy. He killed his own father just so he'd be able to go at Dwight. So he's not gonna lay down easy. He's gonna go hard. So could we see Chicky being taken out in this episode, because he is not gonna stop until Dwight is dead. So we already know going into this episode, Dwight's crew, called them before, the Triple M, the Mixed Multitude Mafia, is going to war with Black McAdam. And with every war, there will be casualties. I do expect the entire Black McAdam crew to be wiped out, but I do also expect somebody from Dwight's crew to be killed in this war. Most likely it would be Mitch or Bodie, because they are both Dwight's business partner. And this would, losing one of his business partners in Tulsa, Oklahoma, especially Bodie, would present a brand new challenge for Dwight moving forward into season 2. Bodie got all that money stashed up, so most likely he gonna survive to season 2, so we can see what he does with all that money moving forward. But definitely everybody is on alert for this final episode. I also expect Cologne Waltrip to die in this episode also, because moving into season 2, Dwight will meet new opposition. I don't expect it to be the same opposition moving into season 2, but I could be wrong. And I could also, my final prediction going into season 2 is that Dwight's daughter Tina and family will pack their bags and be headed to Tulsa, Oklahoma to join Dwight, especially once Chicky gets back to New York. Could Dwight also find out that Chicky was behind the attack on Tina's husband? Now that Pete's dead, what does it matter if he lets the people know he is behind that attack? He's the boss now. So there you have it, my Tulsa King season 1 finale trailer breakdown and prediction. Leave your thoughts in the comments.